That peanut butter sandwich you've enjoyed for years could be affecting your memory. New research suggests 3 specific compounds in peanuts might be linked to memory problems in adults over 60. In this video, I'll walk you through what scientists have discovered about aflatoxins, acrylamide, and inflammatory compounds in peanuts, and what this means for your brain health. Like a computer that gradually slows down with too many background programs running, certain foods may impact cognitive function without obvious signs. I'll share practical information to help you make informed snack choices that support your brain's optimal performance as you age. The peanut paradox. Healthy food or hidden threat? Think about your daily snacks. Do you reach for a handful of peanuts or spread peanut butter on your toast each morning? You're not alone. Millions of seniors enjoy peanuts every day, believing they're making a healthy choice. And why wouldn't you? For decades, we've been told peanuts are packed with protein, fiber, and good fats. But what if this trusted snack isn't as good for older adults as we thought? Recent studies are raising some interesting questions about peanuts and how they might affect our brains as we age. Peanuts present something of a nutritional paradox, a double-edged sword, if you will. They've long been celebrated as a health food that can help manage weight and provide quick energy, available in virtually every health store and recommended by medical professionals. The protein helps maintain muscle mass while the fiber keeps you feeling full longer. However, scientists are now discovering that certain compounds in peanuts might not be ideal for seniors, particularly regarding brain health and memory. Our understanding hasn't changed because peanuts themselves changed. Rather, we're learning more about how our aging bodies process foods differently. Here's something many people don't know. Peanuts aren't actually nuts at all. They're legumes, related more closely to beans and peas than to walnuts or almonds. This distinction matters because it affects how they grow and what they might contain. Unlike tree nuts that grow on branches in fresh air and sunlight, peanuts develop underground. The plants flower above ground, but then send shoots down into the soil, where the peanuts form beneath the surface. Picture a southern peanut farm where rows of modest green plants hide their treasure in the warm, often damp soil below, conditions that create the perfect environment for certain molds to develop. This underground growing method makes peanuts more susceptible to absorbing substances from the soil or developing mold that produces toxins. These toxins can survive even after cleaning and processing. When you bite into a peanut butter sandwich, you're potentially consuming more than just the nutrition you expected. The average American consumes about 7 pounds of peanuts annually. For many seniors who enjoy them as a daily snack or regularly eat peanut butter, consumption might be considerably higher. This consistent intake means any potential issues could accumulate over time, much like small deposits gradually filling a reservoir. Research in this area shows varying results. Some studies reveal benefits from nut consumption. One found young adults who ate skin-roasted peanuts daily for 6 months experienced reduced anxiety and improved memory. However, other research suggests nuts don't significantly enhance cognitive function in older adults, particularly in studies lasting less than 12 weeks. This contradiction highlights an important point. What benefits a younger person might not have the same effect on someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond. Our bodies change with age, altering how we process foods. The complexity of this topic stems from 3 specific compounds found in peanuts that might affect brain health in seniors. These invisible components could potentially impact your memory and thinking without your awareness. When considering brain health, we typically focus on beneficial additions to our diets, foods rich in omega-3s or antioxidants. However, it's equally important to identify what we might need to reduce or monitor more carefully. For many seniors, peanuts fall into this category. This doesn't mean you should immediately discard all your peanuts. Understanding the potential risks simply helps you make better informed choices about a food that might affect your brain health. The connection between diet and memory is intricate. Food doesn't merely fuel our bodies, it becomes part of us, influencing cell function, inflammation response, and even how our brains form and retrieve memories. When researchers examine populations with excellent brain health into old age, they typically find diets rich in certain nuts. Interestingly, these are usually tree nuts like walnuts and almonds, not peanuts. This observation prompted scientists to investigate what happens when seniors regularly consume peanuts. Their findings were surprising. The concerns don't arise from the protein, fiber, or fat content that gives peanuts their nutritional profile, but from substances either naturally occurring in peanuts or created during processing. Scientists are particularly interested in how peanuts might affect early signs of memory decline, those subtle changes before major problems develop. Protecting brain health isn't solely about preventing serious conditions like Alzheimer's. It's about maintaining everyday cognitive skills that preserve independence and quality of life. Consuming a handful of peanuts won't cause immediate memory problems, but regular consumption of large quantities, especially certain types or improperly stored ones, might contribute to gradual memory changes over time. Foods traditionally considered healthy sometimes have unexpected drawbacks for aging bodies and brains. This doesn't categorize them as bad. It means we should be more thoughtful about consumption amounts and preparation methods. The encouraging news is that dietary adjustments can significantly impact brain health. Reducing certain foods while increasing others helps create an optimal environment for your brain. Plus, numerous delicious alternatives offer similar benefits without potential downsides. So what exactly should you watch out for in peanuts? Let's start with the first concern: something invisible, odorless, and tasteless that might be hiding in your favorite snack. There's an unseen threat that develops on peanuts under certain conditions, potentially reaching your brain through an unexpected pathway. This hidden compound affects one of your body's most important organs first, and then possibly impacts your memory. The invisible threat: aflatoxins and your brain. Have you ever looked at a peanut and wondered if there's something hiding on it that you can't see? Well, there might be. Tiny fungi too small for your eyes can grow on peanuts, and they make something called aflatoxins. These are toxic compounds that could affect your memory when you eat peanuts regularly. Aflatoxins come from molds like Aspergillus flavus and Aspergillus parasiticus. What's important is knowing these molds thrive on peanuts, especially in warm, humid environments. They're completely natural, but that doesn't mean they're good for you. The concerning aspect? These toxins remain present when peanuts are cleaned or processed. They can stay in your jar of peanut butter or bag of roasted peanuts. That means they might end up in your sandwich or snack without you knowing it. You can't detect them with your senses, but they might still be there. Peanuts grow underground in soil where it's often warm and moist, creating ideal conditions for these molds to produce aflatoxins. Even after harvest, improper drying or humid storage can lead to more mold growth and toxin production. This occurs in the United States too. Peanuts grown in warmer, more humid states like Georgia and Alabama can have higher toxin levels if not properly handled throughout the supply chain. When consumed, aflatoxins target your liver, your body's primary filtration system for removing toxins from your blood. Your liver works to break down these compounds and eliminate them. The challenge is that during this breakdown process, aflatoxins can damage liver cells. Over time, regular exposure stresses your liver and reduces its effectiveness. The World Health Organization classifies aflatoxins as known carcinogens, increasing cancer risk with long-term exposure. You might wonder how liver health connects to brain function and memory. Your liver and brain share several important connections. Think of your liver as your home's water filter. When it becomes clogged or damaged, contaminants reach all faucets in your house. Similarly, when your liver is stressed by aflatoxins, it filters blood less effectively, potentially exposing your brain to harmful substances. Your liver regulates toxin levels in your bloodstream. When functioning poorly, more toxins can circulate throughout your body, including to your brain. Additionally, your liver processes essential nutrients your brain needs. If liver inflammation occurs, it can trigger widespread inflammation, including in your brain. Fortunately, the FDA regulates aflatoxin levels in foods, setting a limit of 20 parts per billion for human consumption. Food manufacturers must test for these toxins, and contaminated batches should be discarded. However, seniors may have particular concerns. These regulatory limits target the general population without specifically accounting for older adults' potentially increased sensitivity. As we age, our livers often become less efficient at detoxification, allowing toxins to remain in our systems longer or cause more damage than in younger individuals. Kidney function also typically decreases with age, making it harder to eliminate toxin breakdown products. Many seniors take medications processed by the liver, adding further stress to this vital organ. Older adults might be more vulnerable to aflatoxins because many consume peanuts or peanut butter daily as an affordable protein source. This regular exposure, even to small amounts, could accumulate over time. Research indicates that long-term low-level exposure can lead to chronic aflatoxicosis. Symptoms include fatigue, digestive problems, and cognitive issues like memory problems or brain fog, often vague and difficult to attribute to a specific cause. Age-related immune system changes can make toxin effects more pronounced in seniors. Your immune system becomes less effective at combating threats while becoming more prone to inflammatory responses. Research directly linking aflatoxins to memory problems continues to develop. However, we know that liver stress can indirectly impact brain function through liver-brain connections. Animal studies show aflatoxin exposure causes oxidative stress in brain cells, damaging them through chemical reactions. Could your daily peanut habit affect your memory? The answer largely depends on your liver health. If you have existing liver issues from conditions like fatty liver disease, hepatitis, or regular alcohol consumption, your liver may already be compromised. Adding even small amounts of aflatoxins from regular peanut consumption could compound that stress. For those with healthy livers and no liver-related conditions, occasional peanut consumption likely poses minimal risk. However, daily consumption, especially of products potentially containing higher aflatoxin levels, could become problematic over time. Climate change exacerbates this issue as rising temperatures and increased humidity create better conditions for aflatoxin-producing fungi. Areas previously less affected, like parts of Europe, now see increased crop contamination. To reduce exposure, purchase peanuts and peanut butter from major brands that regularly test their products. Store peanuts in cool, dry places to prevent mold growth, and discard any showing signs of mold or discoloration. Different peanut products contain varying aflatoxin levels. Dry roasted peanuts typically have lower levels than raw ones. But roasting introduces another concern. When peanuts undergo high-temperature roasting, a chemical reaction creates acrylamide, a substance linked to neurological issues that may particularly affect seniors. The roasting problem. How heat creates harmful compounds. That wonderful roasted flavor you enjoy in peanuts comes from a specific cooking process. When peanuts are dry roasted, they develop a rich, nutty taste that many of us find irresistible. The golden brown color and crunchy texture make them more appealing than raw peanuts. This roasting process is what turns plain peanuts into the snack you reach for when watching TV or need a quick energy boost. The same heating process that creates those delicious flavors also produces a concerning substance called acrylamide. This chemical wasn't discovered in food until about 20 years ago when scientists found it forms in many starchy foods cooked at high temperatures. Acrylamide forms naturally during roasting through the Maillard reaction. Think of this as a chemical conversation between amino acids and sugars in the peanut under high heat, a conversation that adds flavor but leaves behind potentially harmful residues. When peanuts roast at home or commercially, temperatures typically exceed 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Acrylamide begins forming once peanuts reach about 248 degrees Fahrenheit, 120 degrees Celsius, a temperature easily achieved in most ovens. The longer and hotter the roast, the more acrylamide develops. Dark roasted peanuts usually contain higher levels than lighter roasted ones. Those extra crunchy, intensely flavorful peanuts many people prefer often have the highest concentrations. This matters for brain health because agencies like the World Health Organization have classified acrylamide as a probable human carcinogen. Beyond cancer risk, researchers have identified it as a neurotoxicant, a substance that can damage nerve cells. Laboratory studies show concerning results. Animals exposed to acrylamide displayed nerve damage. The chemical disrupts nerve signal transmission in the body. In industrial settings, Workers with high acrylamide exposure experienced numbness in extremities, muscle weakness, and coordination problems. Food contains lower amounts than industrial exposure. The concern lies in regular consumption over many years, especially for seniors who might eat peanuts or peanut butter daily. Research published in the Journal of Toxicological Sciences found acrylamide exposure caused oxidative stress in brain cells. Oxidative stress damages cells like rust corrodes metal, harming cellular function. Another study in toxicology and applied pharmacology revealed acrylamide impaired memory formation in test animals by interfering with communication between brain cells, a critical process for making and retrieving memories. Johns Hopkins University researchers demonstrated acrylamide can cross the blood-brain barrier. This protective barrier keeps many harmful substances from reaching brain tissue. Acrylamide's ability to penetrate this defense means it directly accesses brain cells. Seniors face additional vulnerabilities. Aging bodies become less efficient at detoxifying substances like acrylamide. The liver enzymes responsible don't function as effectively as they once did, potentially allowing acrylamide to remain in an older person's system longer. The blood-brain barrier also becomes more permeable with age. Imagine a protective fence developing small gaps over time. These changes may allow more acrylamide to reach brain cells in seniors compared to younger adults. Older brains already contend with natural age-related changes. Brain cells repair more slowly, and neural connections weaken. A substance causing oxidative stress or disrupting cellular communication may have more noticeable effects in an older brain with reduced reserve capacity. Minor memory problems in younger adults can significantly impact seniors' daily lives. Forgotten keys frustrate a 30-year-old but might threaten independence for someone in their 70s or 80s. Many seniors have health conditions increasing vulnerability to acrylamide's effects. Diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease affect cerebral blood flow. Reduced blood flow may impair the brain's ability to manage harmful substances. Researchers suspect cumulative effects over time. Decades of regular roasted peanut consumption adds up. While younger bodies cleared acrylamide effectively, the combination of lifetime exposure and decreased detoxification ability might create problems with aging. Evidence linking dietary acrylamide to specific human health problems continues developing. Most definitive negative effects come from animal studies or cell cultures. Human studies present ethical challenges in controlling diets or exposing participants to potentially harmful substances. Nevertheless, many countries have implemented guidelines to reduce acrylamide levels in food. The food industry is developing methods to minimize acrylamide formation during processing. Processing methods affect acrylamide content in peanuts. Dry roasting produces the highest levels, boiling creates minimal amounts, and oil roasting falls between these extremes. Boiling occurs below temperatures where significant acrylamide forms. During roasting, high temperatures trigger the Maillard reaction, creating both appealing flavors and acrylamide. This compound can potentially damage brain cells, affecting cognitive function and memory. This doesn't necessitate avoiding roasted peanuts completely. Being informed helps you make better choices about consumption frequency. Consider occasionally substituting boiled peanuts or trying other nuts processed differently. Your brain responds to more than just acrylamide in roasted peanuts. It also reacts to other naturally occurring compounds in peanuts themselves. Your immune system has interesting responses to certain proteins and fats found in peanuts. These responses might create another potential concern for your memory and thinking skills. Let's examine how inflammation from peanut compounds might affect your brain health. The inflammation connection. Peanuts and your immune system. Your body is amazing at protecting itself. When you get a cut or catch a cold, your immune system jumps into action. This natural response is called inflammation, and it helps you heal. You can see it working when a cut becomes red and swollen. That's inflammation helping to fix the damage and fight off germs. But there's a significant difference between short-term inflammation that helps you heal and chronic inflammation that persists for weeks, months, or years. When inflammation becomes chronic, it damages healthy cells throughout your body, including brain cells. Think of short-term inflammation like a sudden rainstorm that waters your garden and then clears up. Chronic inflammation resembles a constant drizzle that never stops, eventually eroding the soil and drowning your plants. The helpful repair crew that should fix problems and leave instead moves in permanently, working even when there's nothing to repair and ultimately causing damage. As we age, our bodies become more susceptible to this harmful chronic inflammation. Our immune systems become less efficient and may overreact to harmless substances. This is where peanuts enter the picture. Peanuts contain proteins that some immune systems identify as threats. For people with diagnosed peanut allergies, about 1 to 2% of the population, the response is immediate and obvious: hives, swelling, or breathing difficulties. Many others experience a subtle low-level inflammation without noticeable symptoms. Your body might not display a rash, but internally, your immune system is responding. The inflammatory potential of peanuts comes from two sources. First, peanut proteins can resemble proteins in certain bacteria, confusing your immune system into creating antibodies against them. Second, peanuts contain approximately 4,000 milligrams of omega-6 fatty acids per ounce. While your body needs these fats, most Americans consume excessive omega-6 compared to anti-inflammatory omega-3s, found in fish and flax seeds. This imbalance creates conditions where inflammation persists rather than resolves properly, like having too many soldiers and too few peacekeepers in your body. Consider Martha, 72, who noticed she experienced more senior moments on days after enjoying her favorite peanut butter cookies. When she eliminated peanuts for 2 weeks, she found herself remembering names more easily and misplacing her keys less frequently. Upon reintroducing peanuts, her memory lapses returned within days. So how does this inflammation affect memory? Your brain has specialized immune cells called microglia that protect against damage and disease. When inflammation reaches your brain, these microglia activate and release inflammatory chemicals. In younger people, microglia typically perform their job and return to a resting state. In older adults, these cells sometimes remain stuck in the active position, continuously releasing inflammatory compounds even without immediate threats. This neuroinflammation directly interferes with communication between brain cells. Memories form when brain cells connect and share information. When inflammation disrupts these connections, forming new memories or retrieving old ones becomes difficult. Scientists studying Alzheimer's and other dementias have identified inflammation as a major contributor to these conditions. While eating peanuts doesn't cause Alzheimer's, anything increasing brain inflammation could contribute to memory problems over time. The adult changes in thought study revealed something fascinating. Some people maintain mental sharpness despite having brain changes that typically indicate memory problems. Researchers believe inflammation levels might explain this difference. People with lower inflammation appear protected, even when their brains show other aging signs. Aging presents additional challenges. The blood-brain barrier, which normally keeps harmful substances out of the brain, becomes more permeable. This allows inflammatory compounds to enter the brain more easily. Simultaneously, older brains naturally produce more inflammatory compounds, creating a double challenge for seniors. Research published in Brain, Behavior, and Immunity Health linked higher inflammatory markers to increased pain and fatigue in older adults. These symptoms create a difficult cycle. Feeling tired and achy reduces activity, potentially leading to more inflammation and memory problems. To determine if peanuts might be causing inflammation for you, try avoiding them completely for 2 weeks. Track your energy levels, aches and pains, and cognitive function in a daily journal. Then reintroduce peanuts and observe if symptoms return. Many people notice improved mental clarity and energy when reducing foods triggering their personal inflammation. The effects typically aren't dramatic, but you might experience fewer memory lapses and greater mental sharpness overall. Your personal genetics, diet, and existing health conditions influence how your body reacts. Some seniors can consume peanuts regularly without issues, while others notice significant improvements when eliminating them. How peanuts are prepared also matters. Raw or boiled peanuts may cause less inflammation than roasted varieties, as roasting can make proteins more likely to trigger immune responses. The inflammation triggered by peanuts can interact with medications for other conditions. Some medications reduce inflammation, others increase it, and certain peanut compounds can affect medication efficacy. Let's examine how peanuts might be complicating your health plan in ways your doctor never mentioned. Did you know that peanut butter sandwich you enjoy each morning might be affecting your medications? It's true. Many seniors take several pills each day to manage health conditions, but few realize that peanuts can change how these medications work in your body. Let's talk about what happens when your daily peanut habit meets your medication routine. Your body processes medications carefully, breaking them down and getting them where they need to go. But when peanuts enter the picture, this process can change in ways your doctor may never have mentioned. These interactions can impact not only your immediate health but also your long-term brain health, as proper medication effectiveness is essential for managing conditions that affect cognitive function. One of the biggest issues is the fat content in peanuts. Peanuts contain about 14 grams of fat in a small handful. This fat can change how your body absorbs certain medications. When you take a pill with fatty foods like peanuts or peanut butter, the fat can slow down how quickly the medication enters your bloodstream. For some medications, this slower absorption isn't a problem. But for others, it can mean the medication doesn't work as well. Your body needs a certain amount of the drug in your system at specific times, and the fat in peanuts can throw off this balance. Think about your morning routine. Many seniors eat toast with peanut butter for breakfast and take their morning pills at the same time. This combination might seem convenient, but depending on your medications, it could be reducing their effectiveness. Blood thinners are a common concern. Many seniors take warfarin, sometimes called Coumadin, to prevent blood clots. This medication works by interfering with how vitamin K affects blood clotting in your body. Here's the problem. Peanuts contain vitamin K. While they don't have as much as leafy green vegetables, they do have enough to potentially affect your warfarin dosage. When you eat foods with vitamin K while taking warfarin, the vitamin K can work against the medication, making it less effective at preventing blood clots. Ask your pharmacist about the best timing for taking warfarin relative to eating peanut products. If you take warfarin and eat peanuts regularly, your doctor needs to know this. They might adjust your dosage to account for your peanut consumption. Or they might suggest you keep your peanut intake very consistent day to day, so the vitamin K levels in your body stay steady. Blood pressure medications can also interact with peanuts. The compounds in peanuts might make certain blood pressure medications work less effectively. This means your blood pressure might not be as well controlled as you and your doctor think it is. For example, ACE inhibitors, medications with names often ending in pril like lisinopril, help lower blood pressure by relaxing your blood vessels. But certain compounds in peanuts might interfere with how these medications work. Consider spacing your peanut consumption and blood pressure medication by at least an hour for better effectiveness. Cholesterol-lowering drugs can be affected by peanuts too. The high fat content in peanuts can change how your body absorbs statins and other cholesterol medications. This doesn't mean peanuts are bad for cholesterol. They actually contain healthy fats that can help your heart. But the timing matters. Taking your cholesterol medication at a different time from when you eat peanuts can help ensure proper absorption. Thinking about all these potential interactions might feel overwhelming. But there's good news. You can often avoid problems by simply changing when you eat peanuts in relation to when you take your medications. For many drug interactions, spacing makes all the difference. Instead of eating peanut butter right when you take your pills, wait an hour or two. This gives your medications time to be absorbed properly before the fat and other compounds in peanuts can interfere. Your pharmacist is a great resource for specific advice about your medications. They can tell you exactly how long to wait between taking your pills and eating peanuts or peanut butter. They might suggest taking certain medications in the morning and others at night to avoid food interactions completely. It's also important to be consistent. If you eat peanuts every day, try to eat roughly the same amount each day. This helps your doctor set the right medication dosage for your specific habits. It's when you suddenly start or stop eating peanuts that medication effectiveness can change dramatically. When you visit your doctor, be honest about your peanut consumption. Telling your doctor, "I eat a peanut butter sandwich every morning," gives them important information for managing your medications. Some seniors find it helpful to keep a simple food diary for a week before a doctor's appointment. Write down when you eat peanuts or peanut butter and how much. This makes it easier to give your doctor accurate information about your habits. Medication interactions aren't all or nothing. They might make medications work 10% or 20% less effectively. Over time, this reduced effectiveness can impact your health, even if you don't notice immediate problems. For brain health specifically, ensuring your medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, and other conditions work properly is crucial, as these conditions can affect cognitive function when not properly managed. Some seniors find it helpful to experiment with alternatives to peanuts. Almonds, walnuts, and other tree nuts have different nutritional profiles and might not interact with your medications in the same way. Sunflower seed butter might be a good alternative to peanut butter if you find that peanuts are affecting your medication routine. The key point to remember is that food and medications work together in your body. What you eat affects how your medications work, and peanuts can have specific effects on many common medications that protect not just your physical health but your brain health as well. Speaking of peanut consumption, you might be wondering exactly how many peanuts are too many. Is it okay to have a small amount occasionally? Or should you avoid them completely? Let's talk about finding your personal threshold for peanut consumption based on your unique health situation. How much is too much? Finding your personal threshold. One question I hear often is, how many peanuts can I safely eat? Some people wonder if they should avoid peanuts completely, while others hope they can keep enjoying their favorite snack. The truth is, there's no single answer that works for everyone. Your personal peanut threshold depends on your individual health situation. Think about how different people respond to the same food. You might have a friend who can eat spicy foods all day with no problems, while just a little spice gives you heartburn. Peanuts work the same way. Some seniors can eat them regularly with no issues, while others might notice memory problems or other symptoms after just a small amount. Your age plays a big role in how peanuts affect you. As we get older, our bodies change in ways that might make peanuts more problematic. Our livers don't work quite as efficiently as they used to, which means they might not filter out toxins like aflatoxins as effectively. Our digestive systems change too, sometimes allowing more substances to enter our bloodstream that wouldn't have gotten through when we were younger. Your liver health is particularly important when it comes to peanuts. Your liver is responsible for breaking down aflatoxins and removing them from your body. If your liver is already working hard because of other health conditions, medications, or even occasional alcohol consumption, it might not handle the extra work from regular peanut consumption very well. Do you have any inflammation-related conditions like arthritis, heart disease, or diabetes? These conditions might make you more sensitive to the inflammatory compounds in peanuts. When your body is already dealing with inflammation in one area, adding more inflammation through diet can create bigger problems than it would for someone without these conditions. Your medication routine matters too. If you take medications that interact with compounds in peanuts, you might need to be more careful about how many peanuts you eat and when you eat them. Someone who doesn't take these medications might have a higher threshold for peanut consumption. So how do you figure out your personal peanut threshold? Pay attention to how you feel after eating peanuts. Do you notice any brain fog, tiredness, or trouble remembering things in the hours after eating peanuts? Keep track of these symptoms in a small notebook, noting what you ate and how you felt afterward. You can also try some simple memory tests at home. Read a short paragraph from a book, eat some peanuts, then check an hour later how much you remember. Compare this with your recall on days without peanuts. Another approach is to space out your peanut consumption instead of eating a lot at once. Try eating just a few peanuts several times throughout the day. This gives your body time to process the compounds between each small serving, which might reduce negative effects. How peanuts are processed also affects your health. Raw peanuts have the highest risk of aflatoxin contamination, but don't contain acrylamide from roasting. Dry roasted peanuts have less risk of aflatoxins, but contain more acrylamide. Boiled peanuts have the lowest levels of both compounds, making them potentially the safest option. Even the brand of peanut butter you choose matters. Major brands typically test for aflatoxins more regularly and have better quality control than smaller or generic brands. If you love peanut butter, switching to a premium brand might reduce your exposure to concerning compounds. For a clearer picture of how peanuts affect you, try the peanut elimination test. Avoid all peanuts and peanut products completely for 2 weeks. During this time, monitor any changes in your memory, thinking speed, or energy levels. After 2 weeks, reintroduce peanuts and observe if any symptoms return. This comparison can reveal your personal sensitivity level. The results of this test vary widely among seniors. Consider these contrasting scenarios. Martha eliminated peanuts and experienced dramatically improved mental clarity and memory within days. When she reintroduced just a tablespoon of peanut butter, her brain fog returned immediately. Meanwhile, Robert noticed absolutely no difference during his 2-week peanut break, suggesting peanuts aren't problematic for his body chemistry. If you discover benefits from reducing peanuts, find your personal threshold by starting with a very small amount after your break, perhaps a teaspoon of peanut butter or 5 individual peanuts. Gradually increase until you notice symptoms. This identifies exactly how much is too much for your body. Time of day can matter too. Some seniors tolerate peanuts better earlier in the day when digestion is optimal. Others find that evening peanut consumption leads to morning memory issues. Pay attention to these patterns in your experience. Also consider whether your tolerance changes based on what you eat with peanuts. Some find that consuming peanuts alongside antioxidant-rich foods like berries or vegetables seems to reduce negative effects, possibly because the antioxidants help counter oxidative stress from compounds in peanuts. So how much peanut consumption is too much for seniors? It depends on your personal health factors and how your body responds. Someone with excellent liver function, no inflammatory conditions, and no interacting medications might enjoy peanuts regularly with no issues. Someone with multiple health concerns might feel better avoiding peanuts completely. The good news is that you don't have to give up enjoying tasty snacks even if you discover that peanuts aren't the best choice for your brain health. There are many delicious alternatives that can satisfy the same cravings without the potential downsides. Let's look at some brain-boosting alternatives that can take the place of peanuts in your daily routine. Brain-boosting alternatives. Better choices for senior snacking. What if instead of eating something that might hurt your memory, you could enjoy snacks that actually make your brain work better? You can still have delicious foods that satisfy your cravings while helping your brain stay sharp. Let's look at some tasty options that are better for your memory than peanuts. Many seniors enjoy peanuts because they're easy to eat, taste good, and seem healthy. You can grab a handful whenever you're hungry, spread peanut butter on toast for breakfast, or add them to a sandwich for lunch. Peanuts are also affordable and don't need refrigeration, making them a convenient choice for many older adults. But giving up a favorite snack can be hard. When you've been enjoying peanuts for years, the thought of removing them from your diet might seem challenging. What will you eat instead? Will other options taste as good? Can you find something as convenient and satisfying? These are common concerns when making dietary changes. Consider Margaret, a 72-year-old who enjoyed peanut butter sandwiches daily until she noticed her memory slipping. Her doctor suggested trying brain-healthy alternatives, which initially seemed daunting. Let's explore the options that worked for her. Walnuts became Margaret's brain's best friend. Walnuts look a bit like tiny brains and contain nutrients that directly support brain health. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating walnuts regularly for 2 years improved cognitive decline in older adults. This Walnuts and Healthy Aging study demonstrated that participants experienced better memory retention and cognitive processing after adding walnuts to their diets. Walnuts contain high levels of omega-3 fatty acids, which help fight inflammation in your brain. Unlike peanuts with their inflammation-promoting omega-6 fatty acids, Walnuts provide omega-3s that reduce inflammation. This allows your brain cells to communicate better, helping you think more clearly and remember information more easily. Walnuts also contain powerful antioxidants that protect your brain cells from damage, preventing the rusting of brain cells from oxidative stress. When Margaret found walnuts slightly bitter, she turned to almonds. Almonds provide a protein similar to peanuts but with fewer concerning compounds, a vitamin E that protects brain cells from damage, a healthy fat supporting overall brain function. A 2022 study in nutritional neuroscience revealed that eating almonds daily for 6 months improved cognitive performance in older adults, with 3 ounces daily providing more benefits than 1.5 ounces. These improvements directly translated to better short-term memory and spatial awareness. Almonds have a milder flavor than walnuts and a satisfying crunch similar to peanuts. They work well as a snack, chopped on salads, or ground into almond butter for sandwiches. While almond butter costs more than peanut butter, Margaret found the brain health benefits worth the investment. For satisfying her sweet cravings, Margaret discovered berries, nature's candy that supports brain health. Blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries contain anthocyanins that improve communication between brain cells. Research shows berry consumers have better memory and experience slower age-related memory decline. Berries reduce brain inflammation, protect brain cells from damage, and are high in fiber while low in calories. Incorporating these brain-healthy alternatives into your daily routine is simple. Start with basic swaps: almond butter instead of peanut butter on toast, walnuts instead of peanuts in trail mix, or berries instead of peanut candies for sweetness. Keep mixed nuts, without peanuts, wherever you previously stored peanuts, next to your favorite chair, in your car, or on your kitchen counter. This makes grabbing the healthier option effortless. Remember that raw or lightly roasted nuts are your best choice, as roasted nuts still contain some acrylamide. Margaret created this brain-boosting trail mix: 1/4 cup walnuts, 1/4 cup almonds, 1/4 cup dried blueberries, and 1/4 cup dark chocolate chips. The nuts provide healthy fats and protein, berries add antioxidants and sweetness, and dark chocolate satisfies cravings while adding brain-supporting flavonoids. For a quick brain-healthy breakfast, top yogurt with sliced almonds, chopped walnuts, and fresh berries. This combination provides protein, healthy fats, and antioxidants, taking minutes to prepare while providing hours of steady energy. Missing peanut butter's creamy texture? Try blending 1 cup almond butter with 1/4 cup ground flaxseed and 1 tablespoon honey for a delicious spread that works well on toast or with apple slices. When only a cookie will do, mix almond butter, oats, 1 egg, and a little honey. Drop by spoonfuls onto a baking sheet and bake until golden. These satisfy cookie cravings with brain-supporting ingredients. As you try these alternatives, notice how you feel. Many seniors experience more energy, clearer thinking, and fewer senior moments after replacing peanuts with these options. Margaret found her memory fog lifting within weeks of making these changes. Your experience might offer important clues about how peanuts have been affecting your memory. Speaking of clues, let's talk about some warning signs that might indicate peanuts are affecting your memory. Your body might be trying to tell you something important through subtle signals you haven't connected to your peanut habit. Warning signs. When to reconsider your peanut habit. Your body is good at telling you when something isn't right. Sometimes these messages come in quiet ways that are easy to miss. Have you ever noticed feeling foggy-headed after eating certain foods? Or maybe you get a mild stomach ache but don't connect it to what you ate earlier. These subtle signs might be your body's way of saying peanuts aren't working well for you. Many people don't make the connection between what they eat and how they feel, especially when the reaction isn't immediate or severe. We often blame other things. Maybe we didn't sleep well, or perhaps we're just having an off day. But sometimes, these off days happen more often after eating certain foods like peanuts. Have you ever wondered why you suddenly feel mentally slower after enjoying a peanut butter sandwich? Your brain health and cognitive function are directly connected to what you eat. When your body reacts negatively to certain foods, inflammation can affect your thinking and memory. Understanding these warning signs is crucial for protecting your brain health as you age. Brain fog is that fuzzy, unfocused feeling where your thinking isn't as sharp as usual. If you notice this feeling gets worse within a few hours after eating peanuts or peanut butter, it could be a warning sign. Brain fog can feel like thinking through cotton or like someone turned down the brightness on your thoughts. Simple tasks might take longer, and you might find yourself rereading the same paragraph several times. Memory lapses can also signal a problem. If you notice you're forgetting why you entered a room or can't recall familiar names more frequently after eating peanuts, your brain might be trying to tell you something. Similarly, concentration problems, like difficulty following conversations or losing track of stories, can emerge when your brain is responding to something it doesn't tolerate well. The timing of these cognitive symptoms can vary. Some people feel changes a few hours after eating peanuts, while others might not notice problems until the next morning. Tracking when symptoms appear helps identify if peanuts are truly the cause. Your body might also show physical signs that peanuts aren't working well for you. Digestive discomfort, bloating, increased gas, stomach pain or cramping often accompanies cognitive symptoms. These digestive issues indicate inflammation in your gut, which can directly affect your brain function too. Mild allergic reactions are another warning sign. Not all peanut reactions are severe or life-threatening. Watch for symptoms like a slightly itchy mouth or throat, increased skin itchiness, or small red bumps developing after eating peanuts. These mild reactions suggest your immune system is responding to compounds in peanuts. Headaches developing after peanut consumption can be another clue. Usually a dull pressure or ache that makes thinking clearly more difficult. Additionally, unusual fatigue that makes simple tasks feel difficult might indicate your body is using energy to deal with peanut-triggered inflammation. While most symptoms can be noticed at home, inflammation markers in your blood provide another important warning sign. During regular checkups, ask your doctor about inflammation tests. Elevated markers might indicate chronic inflammation, which peanuts could be contributing to. Keeping a simple food journal helps spot patterns you might otherwise miss. Create 3 columns, one for date and time, one for what you ate, and one for how you felt afterward. For example, Monday, 10 a.m., toast with peanut butter. By noon, felt foggy and had trouble concentrating. After a few weeks, review your notes to see if there's a pattern connecting peanut consumption with any symptoms. If peanuts are affecting your memory or causing other symptoms, removing them from your diet might lead to improvements within just a few weeks. Many people notice clearer thinking, better memory, and improved digestion within 14 to 21 days of stopping peanut consumption. Your body has amazing healing abilities when you remove things that cause inflammation. The improvements might be subtle at first. Perhaps you'll recall names more easily, need to reread instructions less often, have more energy, or experience fewer digestive problems. These small changes can significantly improve your quality of life and independence. Try the 2-week test if you're concerned. Remove all peanut products from your diet completely for 2 weeks, including hidden peanuts in processed foods. After 2 weeks, assess whether your thinking seems clearer or if other symptoms have improved. Everyone's body responds differently. Some seniors can eat peanuts without any problems, while others notice significant improvements when they reduce or eliminate peanuts. The only way to know how peanuts affect you personally is to pay attention to your body's signals and perhaps try the elimination test. While you might need to reconsider your peanut consumption, that doesn't mean all peanut products are equally concerning. Some types of peanuts and certain preparation methods might be safer options if you really love peanuts and don't want to give them up completely. Let's look at how different peanut products compare, and which ones might be better choices if you want to continue enjoying peanuts in moderation. If you love peanuts but worry about memory problems, I have good news. Not all peanuts are the same when it comes to your brain health. The way peanuts are grown, processed, and stored makes a big difference in how they might affect your memory. When it comes to peanut preparation methods, think of them like different vehicles, each with varying safety features for your brain. Cooking temperature significantly impacts those concerning compounds we discussed earlier. Boiled peanuts, popular in the southern United States, offer better brain protection than roasted varieties. The boiling process keeps water temperature around 212 degrees Fahrenheit, well below the 248 degrees Fahrenheit threshold where acrylamide begins forming. They have a soft texture and unique, slightly salty, earthy flavor. While not crunchy like their roasted counterparts, many people enjoy their distinctive taste. You'll find them in grocery stores throughout the South, or can make them at home by simmering raw peanuts in salted water until soft. When comparing roasting methods, oil-roasted peanuts create less acrylamide than dry-roasted varieties. During dry roasting, peanuts cook with hot air in an oven, while oil roasting surrounds them with hot oil that provides some protection against acrylamide formation. If you prefer roasted peanuts, choosing oil-roasted varieties makes more sense for brain health. Raw peanuts avoid acrylamide completely but carry higher aflatoxin risks since roasting kills some mold-producing toxins. They also offer a different taste and texture that many find less appealing. Growing conditions matter significantly. Peanuts from hot, humid regions typically contain more aflatoxin-producing mold than those from drier areas. Valencia peanuts, commonly grown in New Mexico's drier climate, generally have lower toxin levels. These smaller, sweeter peanuts differ from Virginia or runner varieties used in most commercial peanut butter. Several companies make Valencia peanut butter with a naturally sweeter taste that many enjoy despite its slightly higher cost. Regarding production methods, organic peanuts may offer advantages. While research doesn't explicitly state they have lower aflatoxin levels, organic farming practices emphasize soil health and natural pest management, potentially creating less favorable conditions for toxin-producing molds. Major commercial brands typically implement more rigorous quality control than smaller companies. The FDA requires aflatoxin testing, but larger manufacturers usually have more resources for consistent testing and stricter standards. Proper storage prevents new mold growth after purchase. Here are key storage practices. Keep peanuts and peanut butter in cool, dry places. Avoid warm, humid areas like near stoves or dishwashers. Check expiration dates and use products before they expire. Store shelled peanuts in airtight containers like glass jars with tight-fitting lids. Consider refrigerating peanut butter after opening to prevent mold growth. Let refrigerated peanut butter sit out 10 to 15 minutes before using for easier spreading. Your senses provide excellent defense against contamination. Discard any peanuts that appear moldy, discolored, or shriveled. If peanuts taste bitter or off, don't consume them. Your taste buds may be warning you about possible contamination. Processing methods affect safety levels. Commercial peanut butter processing actually reduces aflatoxin levels compared to whole peanuts through cleaning and sorting. Peanut flour undergoes extensive processing that further reduces aflatoxins. Highly refined peanut oil represents one of the safest peanut products since the refining process removes most proteins and potential toxins. Consider how frequently you consume peanuts. Daily exposure to concerning compounds gives your body less recovery time than occasional consumption. If you currently eat peanuts daily, reducing intake to once or twice weekly might make a noticeable difference in how you feel. Timing also matters. Eating peanuts alongside antioxidant-rich foods like blueberries or colorful vegetables may help mitigate potential negative effects. Safest peanut choices rank approximately in this order. 1. Highly refined peanut oil. 2. Boiled organic Valencia peanuts from drier regions. 3. Oil-roasted Valencia peanuts. 4. Commercial peanut butter from major brands. 5. Dry-roasted conventional peanuts from humid regions. If you enjoy peanut flavor without actual peanuts, artificial or natural peanut flavorings capture the taste without concerning compounds. These flavorings appear in some candies and baked goods that contain no actual peanuts. Remember that while no peanut product completely eliminates potential concerns, choosing safer options allows you to enjoy peanuts in moderation without significantly affecting brain health. The key involves making informed choices about which peanut products you consume and how often. Now that you understand how to select safer peanut options, let's talk about a simple approach to protecting your memory that goes beyond just changing your peanut habits. There are easy changes you can make to your overall diet that support brain health and might even help counter the effects of occasional peanut consumption. The Memory Protection Plan. Simple changes, big results. Wouldn't it be wonderful if a few simple changes to what you eat could keep your memory strong for years to come? Many seniors I talk to want exactly that. They know memory is precious, but they feel overwhelmed by all the advice out there. One article says eat this, another says avoid that. It's too much information at once. When we try to change everything about our diet in one day, we usually don't stick with it. Have you ever tried a strict new diet and given up after a week? Most of us have. That's why I want to share a simple 3-step plan that's easy to follow. You don't need to change everything at once. Small steps lead to big results when it comes to protecting your memory. Here's our 3-step memory protection plan. Replace problematic foods with brain-friendly alternatives, add anti-inflammatory foods to your meals, and support your liver function. Let me walk you through each step with practical actions you can take today. Let's start with step 1. Gradually replace peanuts with brain-friendly alternatives. Don't throw away all your peanut butter today. Instead, next time you go shopping, buy a small jar of almond butter alongside your regular peanut butter. Try the almond butter on your toast once or twice a week. When that jar of peanut butter is empty, maybe don't replace it right away. Use the almond butter more often instead. The same goes for snacking on peanuts. Start by mixing a few walnuts or almonds with your peanuts. Gradually increase the amount of the healthier nuts while decreasing the peanuts. This slow change gives your taste buds time to adjust. Your brain also has time to form new habits around these foods. Keep track of how you feel as you make these changes. Many seniors tell me they didn't realize how much clearer their thinking could be until they cut back on problematic foods. Step 2 is adding more anti-inflammatory foods to your meals. These foods help fight the inflammation that can damage brain cells and affect your memory. Berries are perfect for this. Try adding a handful of blueberries, strawberries, or blackberries to your breakfast each morning. Fresh berries are wonderful when in season, but frozen berries work just as well and are often less expensive. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and trout help reduce inflammation. Try to eat fish twice a week if you can. If you don't like fish, talk to your doctor about whether an omega-3 supplement might be right for you. Olive oil is another powerful addition. Use it for cooking or drizzle it on vegetables or salads. Even just 1 tablespoon a day can help your brain health. Colorful vegetables provide benefits for your brain. Try to eat vegetables in different colors each day: leafy greens, bright red tomatoes, orange carrots, purple eggplant. Green tea can be beneficial too. Consider replacing 1 cup of coffee each day with green tea. The small amount of caffeine can still help you feel alert while supporting your brain health. Step 3 is supporting your liver, which helps remove toxins from your body. When your liver works well, fewer harmful substances reach your brain. Take Martha, for example. At 72, she was struggling to remember her grandchildren's names. It embarrassed her at family gatherings, and she worried about what her family thought. After focusing on liver-supporting foods for just a month, she called me excitedly. I remembered all 8 grandkids' names and their birthdays without my calendar. The joy in her voice was unmistakable. Cruciferous vegetables are especially good for liver health. These include broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. Try adding 1 serving of these vegetables to your meals each day. Garlic and onions support your liver's detoxification process. Using them in your cooking not only adds flavor, but also helps your liver work better. Try roasting garlic cloves until they're soft and spreading them on toast. Drinking enough water is crucial for helping your liver flush out toxins. Many seniors don't drink enough water throughout the day. Keep a water bottle near you and sip from it regularly. Adding lemon or cucumber slices can make it more enjoyable if you don't like plain water. Turmeric also supports liver function. Try adding a 1/4 teaspoon to soups, rice dishes, or scrambled eggs. Combining it with a little black pepper helps your body absorb it better. Limit alcohol since it puts extra strain on your liver. Even reducing your intake slightly can help your liver function better. Robert, who had been forgetting where he parked at the grocery store, followed these simple steps. Within a month, he stopped having this problem completely. "I feel like I got my confidence back," he told me. "I'm not afraid to go shopping alone anymore." These changes don't need to be perfect to make a difference. Even following this plan 80% of the time can lead to noticeable improvements in how your brain works. On special occasions, you can still enjoy your favorite foods without worry. It's your daily habits that matter most for brain health. Don't try to make all these changes at once. Start with just one suggestion from each step. Perhaps begin by mixing some walnuts with your peanuts, adding berries to your breakfast, and eating broccoli with dinner once a week. Small changes add up over time. Your brain has amazing abilities to heal when you give it the right tools. The food you eat literally becomes part of your brain cells. By choosing foods that support brain health rather than potentially harm it, you're giving your brain the best chance to stay sharp for years to come. Now let's wrap up everything we've learned about peanuts and your memory, and talk about some simple next steps you can take starting today. Your memory is a treasure worth protecting. Every day you have choices about what to eat, and those choices affect how well your brain works. Now that you know about the potential problems with peanuts, you can make better decisions for your brain health. Take the simple 2-week peanut elimination test. Just avoid all peanut products for 14 days and observe the difference. Many people experience clearer thinking and improved memory in this short time. Small steps like switching to walnuts or almonds create meaningful improvements over time. Your brain is a garden that blooms with